Hello, YouTube. This is Queen Violet 8, where it's good to be queen. Coming to you with a video. I'd almost forgot about this. I don't know why it took me so long to do this. This is my Sega Genesis Super Nintendo collection. I don't have many boxes, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Oh, and also, some of these boxes are very, very old. I mean, for the Sega Genesis, if you remember how the Sega was, and you bought Street Fighter, which I did, that was the first Sega Genesis game I got, besides the Sonic 2 that came packed in, if you remember that. I didn't get the one that said 16-bit high definition on it. I had the second model. And I hate that because I have one of those converters that you could play your Master System games, you know, on your Sega Genesis if you had the first model. Thank you, Tony. That's my cousin. Many of these games belong to him. And he sent them over when he got, I think, a PlayStation. And I was just happy to get it. But let's get on to it. This is the Super Pad. And when I got the Sega Genesis, you couldn't play Street Fighter with that little 3-button pad. Don't even try it. You had to go out and get yourself one of these. I can't remember the exact price, but I think it was like $6, $7, maybe $10 back in the day. And I'm surprised I kept the box as well as I did. Real grateful for that because it really helped in Street Fighter because I didn't know anything about the arcade controller. This is my original box. This is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. This is the, what do they call this? The control deck. This is the second model of the system. Pardon me, I'm going to adjust the camera because it's down pretty bad. There we go. This is the second model of it. And this was released after. And when I got this thing, the PlayStation was out. They were practically throwing these things at people. I think I paid maybe $30 for this brand new in box. And I kept the box. I had to fold it up and everything. There's tape on it. And you can see the wear and tear on it and everything. It's in pretty rough shape. But, you know, I kept it as long as I could. And it's going right back in my closet. But kept that. Really enjoyed my system. Still have it and still play it. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into my box games. What few I have. And the first one is Zombies Ate My Neighbors. This was my first shooter. And man, it was hard. I haven't beaten this game. I don't think I ever will. But I bought this at a video store when they were going out of business. $5. And everything's in here, manual and all. And I just keep it, you know, put up as best I can. You know, I don't have one of those clamshell cases. I probably need to get one. But real good game if you know, ever played it. I missed Ghoul Patrol, which is the second game in the series. Then I picked up for $5. This is Rama 1/2 Hard Battle. I was a big Rama fan, so when I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm going to get that. And it's an okay fighting game. It's not great, and it's only for the Super Nintendo. So if you don't have, like, the arcade stick, it's kind of cumbersome to play it. But all your characters are here. Even the guy, I forget his name. He's into, like, voodoo and stuff. He always carries around one of those cursed dolls and a hammer and stuff. But he's in there. Shampoo is in here. Rama, Akane, Ryoga. And I don't think Kuno's in here, is he? No, he's not. But it's a cute game. Then I picked this up. And I can't find. I'll have to look through my magazines. This is Equinox. If anyone remembers this, this was hyped up in, I can't remember, it might have been Electronic Gaming Monthly. There's a small clip or a advertisement. And there's this old, well, he isn't old then, but there's this young guy playing Equinox, and it shows him getting older and older and older till it's saying, you know, chest hurting, can't see the screen, and you bequeath the joystick to your grandson. And I mean, this dude never did anything, never got married, he never left his parents' house. I'll have to find it so I can tell you, but it's really, you know, a good advertisement. The game, however, is slow. I haven't beaten this game. I think there are 8 stages. And it's very cumbersome. You got to throw this whole thing, turn the orb certain colors. And it's just, I gave up on it. I never did finish it. And those are all my box games. And I'm going to go ahead and get into my import games. I have quite a few. When COVID hit, I was getting into these, and I'm still missing some. This is Go Eggman 2. I love Eggman. He's adorable, and the music in here is banging. If you've ever watched the anime, there's some on YouTube. It's hilarious. I pretty much call him Trunks with pointy ears, because that's who he looks like. He really looks like Trunks with pointy ears and fangs. But it's really good. I got to get the third one. There are 3 in the series. This is Shin Chan. I really think Shin Chan's adorable. When they did the Adult Swim version, I ain't gonna lie, there are some funny ones. My favorite one is Meet the Parasites and Lactose Overdose, which is really funny. Then I picked up Shin Chan 2. Really cute. Then I had to have this one. This one right here is hilarious. This is UFO Ramen Man. And it's so funny. What it is, it's based on this instant ramen by UFO, and it is a real thing. And pretty much you're going up against the evil Kettle Man, or whatever his name is. I don't know. I don't speak Japanese, and I can't read it either. I'm sorry. But every time he does his attack, or he powers up, he says, meal attack. And it's hilarious. You don't have to speak English to play this game. It's just a brawler, pretty much. It's just like a Streets of Rage brawler. It's just a fighter, and it's hilarious. But you get to power up when you beat this certain boss, and you go up a level, and you become UFO Yakisoba Man. So you're more powerful because you got more ingredients and all that stuff. It's funny. But if you see this, pick it up. It is hilarious. It's a very short game. I've beaten it several times because it's so funny. But, you know, if you're interested, pick that up. Real funny. Then I had to have, and I love her, Sailor Moon. This is, I don't know which one this is. There are so many of them. This is really old. I'm going to have to get some tape. But I picked this up, and it's just a scrolling fighter. And you can pick any of the Sailor Scouts, and you just go through beating up, you know, the little henchmen till you get to the boss. And of course, I got my Go Eggman #1. And, you know, you have to have this My Arcade. This is a converter so that you can play these Japanese imports on your Super Nintendo without cutting your Nintendo up to play it, because there are some little ports on the inside that keep you from playing these if you don't modify it. I didn't want to touch it, so I just bought an adapter instead. Really funny game. That little angel, he needs to just quit trying. He ain't gonna never beat Eggman. Then I had this one. This right here is a fan-made one for the Nintendo. And I've still got to get a retro, I think it's called a retro trio, so I can play this game. But I had this custom made. This is the Delinquent Girl Detective 3. And this was the one that came out for the Nintendo or in Japan. They also had one for the I think the Mark III. It was the gold cartridge. But I wanted this game when I saw it. I was like, wait, Suki Bandeka has a video game? Let me get that. So I had a guy from Fan Brew Games make this for me, and I asked for a red cartridge, and dude came through for me. Thank you so much. I can't remember your name, but, you know, really interesting game. You're playing as, I forget which season this is. This is the second season, because they changed everybody in Suki Bandeka to these 3 girls. One of them has, like, needles. Somebody has scissors, and the other girl fights with a fist. And one girl, I think she has a yo-yo. Yeah, she has a yo-yo. I don't get it, but I always preferred the first Suki Bandeka. She's always going to be my Suki Bandeka because I really liked her. And you can still watch the series. If you were like me, you had to get one of these. This was on eBay, and I didn't hesitate to pick it up. I love this version of her. They were doing a lot of idols. She sings a lot of songs people don't know. She sings many of the themes for Maison a Cook, Ranma 1/2. She's got a lot of songs. Look her up. Really good. English subtitles. And I'm not going to lie. I like when the music starts and it's like she's getting ready to go confront the bad guy, and it gets all serious. I mean, like she finna march to battle or something. But it's hilarious. Pick this up, you know, if you're interested. But many of the episodes can be watched on YouTube. So, you know, if you don't want to pay the money, just watch them on YouTube. And here are some of my loose Super Nintendo games. You know you had to have it. Killer Instinct. I played as Black Orchid and Jago a lot. I have a box for this. I can't find it. And that is Tiny Toon Adventures Buster Bust Loose. This is really good. It's a platformer. And it's a lot of the characters are in the series or in the games. And many of the stages are based on the TV show. Ranma 1/2 Hard Battle. Then I really like this one. This is the original Donkey Kong Country. And I love the beginning theme on here where he's like, It starts off with his grandpa playing this old record player, and then he comes in with his boombox and just shakes it up. Hilarious. This one I picked up at an indoor flea market. This is Maui Mallard in Cold Shadow. Pretty much it's Donald Duck, but they're going under a different name. What's his name? Maui Mallard is Donald Duck, but it's like his code name or something. He's a detective. I don't know. But you come in and you wearing this Hawaiian shirt and everything. You like Magnum PI. And when you power up, you turn into a Cold Shadow, which is this martial artist with a staff, and he's blindfolded. And I never did get it. It's a good game, though. It's a platformer. If you see it, pick it up. I think I gave $5 for it. Super Mario World. Gave $6 for that. Look at that. Back in the day prices. Can't find them no more. Really good Mario game. Has so many worlds to play in. You know, you'll never get tired of it. Plenty of variety. Then I have Mario Paint. My friend Ashton gave me this. He no longer was playing it. I don't have a mouse to it or the pad, so, you know. But there it is, Mario Paint. Then I'm going to get into my Sega Genesis. Oh, wait, I have one more. This is an import, and I saw it, and I thought it was cute. This is Popeye for the Nintendo. This is an import. These are some of the games. You don't have to speak English to play these. You can play them just as they are. This is a platformer. Let's get into my Sega Genesis, and I have them all in this huge case that stays under my bed. As you can see, this is triple score. 3 games in one. You got Hang On, Columns, and Soccer. I loved Hang On. That music, I think it's called Ride Into the Storm or something like that. You can find a redone version of it. It sounds really good. But yeah, I liked Hang On in here. Motorcycle racing game, really good. Now, this was a game I played constantly. Data East used to be the king of games like this. This is Outrunners. Really liked it. They have some wonderful music in here. And when you're picking your car, it's so funny. Quick Reactor, the bad boy. Just hilarious. I played the mess out of this one. Thank you, Tony. Many of these are his. Sonic and Knuckles. And of course, you know, you could put any of your other Sonic games on here, and you could play as Knuckles in those games. This came with my Sega Genesis, which I still have it. It's just under my bed with the rest of my consoles. I have no room to leave it out. Sonic 2. Thank you, Tony, once again. He gave me his Game Genie. And it does work. Made by Galoob. Can you believe that? I still have my book and everything with all my codes and cheats in there. Picked this up for $1. Primal Rage. Another one of Tony's. And if anybody remembers him, Tingen used to do a lot of stuff. This is Pit Fighter. And yes, I did play this game. It slow, clunky controls, but it was funny. Picked this up at a yard sale for $1. This is Dragon's Revenge. It's a pinball game. Played it some, not a whole lot. Now this right here, I can't find my case, but I know I've got it somewhere. Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition. This was the first game I ever bought with my own money after I saved up for it. My father drove me to Walmart. I never forget it. I miss him. He was the one who bought me many things, and this was one of them. And I played the crap out of this, and that's the reason I needed this so badly. Because you couldn't play with those 3 buttons. Everybody knows it. But yeah, Street Fighter Championship, Special Championship for the Sega Genesis. This one right here is my cousin's. Brandon, Home Alone. I've tried to play it. I'm not good at it. Picked this up at an indoor flea market. I think I paid $3 for it. This is Toe Jam and Earl, Panic on Funkatronic. This is a really good game. I really enjoyed this one a lot. And I've played it, and it's really good. You've got to send all those little humans back to their world, because somehow or another they got the Funkatronic and they won't leave. Comic Zone. Oh, I remember wanting this. I remember going into what was it called? PC Gaddis. I can't remember the name of it now. But they had this in the display case, and the Sega hadn't been out too long, and I was like, oh, I want to play that because it just looked so cool. You kept seeing ads and books, but I finally got it later on. I think I gave $3 for it, but you can play it on the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection. This is the last game I got in that indoor flea market. This is X-Men. I think I gave like $2 for it for the Sega. Yes, it works. It looks like crap, but it still works. Unfortunately, that indoor flea market had to close down. Somebody bought the building and raised the rent, and they were like, we can't, do anything with that. So they had to leave. But, I really appreciated going in there. You could still find $5 and $4 games. But yeah, real good platformer. I wish they'd go ahead and bring all the X-Men games to a collection for like the Switch or the PS4. Streets of Rage 2. Thank you, Tony. This is my first Streets of Rage, and I love this game. Me and my sister played this game and beat it. And we laughed about it so much because you needed a second person to help you get through that boss. But yeah, Go Straight is my song. I love it. Still listen to it to this day. Pitfall, the Mayan adventure. This is a pretty good game. It's a pretty much I want to say it's a platformer, but you use a whip or a slingshot to fling like stuff at these tigers, snakes. They come at you like crazy. There's a what's he called? Some kind of wild boar. He'll roll up on you and attack you and stuff. But real good game. Thank you, Tony. Like I said, many of these are my cousin Tony's games. Double Dragon, the original one. I never did understand why they changed these cartridges the way that they did, but it's just pretty much it's a fighter like Streets of Rage. Got this at the indoor flea market as well. This is Boogerman, a pick and flick adventure. The 90s was all about grossing people out and stuff, and they used to have a awful commercial about him. But look it up. It's on YouTube. You can look up any of the old Sega Genesis commercials. It's a platformer. Garfield's Caught in the Act. Really good Garfield game. Platformer. Disney's The Jungle Book. And you can tell, where was this? The video shop. They were selling this, and they had this in the indoor flea market as well. And I picked this up before a lot of more people came in to get them. But really, really good platformer. Really like this one. And then we've got the original Streets of Rage. This one does not work. I think I paid $1 for it, but I'm glad I got it anyway. But everyone adores it. I mean, I need to get the Streets of Rage 4. I haven't even gotten it yet. Pardon me. I'm behind. I got to do something. But this is my small collection of loose. I hate that I have no boxes, but I just don't have any room. Of Sega Genesis and Super Nintendos. I mean, get out there and get you some of them, because some of these are never going to be re-released. As you can see, like the X-Men games, with everything with Disney, they're not going to re-release any of these. And also, just on a quick note, River City Girls 2 is coming out sometimes this month. And if you get the one from Play Asia, you will be able to play the very first River City Girls, which is how I'm going to play it. I mean, it's a dual pack. You get both River City Girls in just one cartridge. And I think you get the CD soundtrack, which I really like. What's her name? Megan. I can't remember her last name. Does a wonderful job singing in those. But if you get them from Limited Run, that you only get the first game. You don't get you only get the second game. You don't get the first game with it. But I went ahead and picked up. They were doing a vinyl record for the soundtrack. I got that, and the art of River City Girls. But I'm gonna get my mine from Play Asia. It's only like $40. Get that version if you'd like to play both of them and not have to switch out. But hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe out there. Later days.